Welcome to Politics Done Right. I'm here with Bruce Fealk, a Michigan activist. Bruce, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Hey, Bruce, where are you out of?
I'm out of Rochester Hills, Michigan.
Well, and what turned you into a rubber-rouser that want to ensure that we have change in these United States of America?
Well, I thought George Bush was bad,
Right,
and now he would be considered a raging liberal
right.
by today's standards. So I've been active since George W. Bush was president.
So George W. Bush is who really got you involved into...
Yes, I thought there were so many scandals under George W. Bush.
Right.
I thought I couldn't take it anymore. Then we got you-know-who.
Right. So, there was a trigger to your activism.
Yes, the Iraq War at that time,
Right.
was something that got me upset.
And as you got upset, you decided to do something about it.
Yeah, well, my first focus was on our congressman at the time,
Who was that?
Joe Nolenberg was the Michigan 9th, the old Michigan 9th.
Right.
So I have, there was a group called the Chain Gang, and they made these big paper mache heads.
Right.
And we had, they would ship them. It was Bush, Rice, Rumsfeld, Rove. There were 5 of them. They would ship anywhere you needed them. When Karl Rove came in for the Michigan Republicans one year.
Right.
And so we got the Rove head and we had a big protest. And so I contacted the guy that made the head and I wanted one of my congressmen.
Ooh.
And so he made one and I followed my congressman all over the district as he campaigned. And if you look me up, there's a video of me in our local drugstore. And it wasn't with the head, but I confronted the congressman.
So you bird dog your congressman.
Yeah, he went into the local drugstore and I was asking about Iraq and when it was during the S-chip debate.
Right.
And then the video got shared I had a contact at the DCCC.
Right.
And they shared it with Keith Oldman, who had his show at the time. And there's an 8-minute segment of me being talked about. They didn't contact me for the interview.
They just went ahead and talked about it and showed bits and pieces of it. And as they did that, what happened?
We got a full 8-minute segment, and so I had some run-ins with the congressman and his chief of staff, and in the video that I shot, it was after, I think it was Senator Allen, remember Macaca, that whole thing?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to get a Macaca moment for my congressman.
And
I got it.
You got the Macaca moment for your congressman.
I did, yeah.
But you know what? What is so important, and I'm glad that you're here, is I'm trying to feature a whole lot of activists out there, people going through lives every day and just figuring out there is a problem and standing up and doing something about it.
I'm a troublemaker.
A
good troublemaker.
I don't call it a troublemaker. I call it you're doing what's necessary to ensure that we get what needs to be done for the average American citizen done.
Yeah,
right?
well, really, because I was just, up until George Bush was president, I would vote all the time, but I wasn't anything resembling an activist. I wasn't at all. But the Iraq War and the money that we spent and the lives that we wasted
absolutely
got me going.
And it turned you into an activist.
Right. Well, in 2016, so we continued the giant paper mache theme, and we had one made of, a friend of mine and I had one made of Trump, and we followed Trump all around the country to the debates. We were in Nevada, and we tried to get media to point out how horrible it would be if Donald Trump were to become president. That was right on.
And he became president.
Yeah, and he's still hanging around, so I still have the head. I kept it just in case he ran again.
And, well, you know what? And what is he doing again?
He's running for a pardon.
Well, exactly. That is, you nailed it, right? That's what he's doing, running for a pardon.
Absolutely. He wants to pardon himself. He knows he's guilty. He's never once said he wasn't guilty of anything he's being accused of.
Right.
But he knows he needs to be president in order to keep himself out of prison.
But a lot of folks have been saying that, which is true, but there's one part that they missed. He can pardon himself from a federal crime.
Right.
But for what's going on with Fani Willis in Georgia, he doesn't have the option to pardon himself.
Well, that's why the state charges are important.
The state charges are very important to let it be known that, as it turns out, he really doesn't have an option. Our former president, if all things being equal, will be sent to jail, either on a state charge or a federal charge.
I'm not, that's why I was watching MSNBC last night, and I forgot who was on.
Actually, it was the former, the Attorney General.
Yes, Eric Holder was on.
Eric Holder was on with him, and that is what.
Yeah, he seems to think he might cut a deal to stay out of prison.
Yes,
I think he should be sent to Rikers Island or Guantanamo.
I think he belongs in jail, but you know what it says? It turns out that unless it turns out that maybe there's a logistic issue or some other issue, that is the only thing that could possibly save the day for him.
Well, the thing I don't know if I heard the whole interview, but he was talking about making, and I was thinking about this before I saw the show, is making accommodations for the Secret Service. Yeah. Are they going to stay in the cell with him?
You wonder, right?
Well, but he said the federal system can make accommodations, but the state systems may not have the facilities to do that with as far, because I think, frankly, I think we need to change the law. And if you're an indicted and convicted felon, you don't get Secret Service
and the other thing about it is, it doesn't matter. They can protect him. They can lock him up in a cell without any access to
bread and water on Guantanamo is too good for him.
Exactly. But anyhow, Bruce, how do you say the last name again?
Fealk.
Bruce Fealk. It's been my honor. It's been my pleasure to speak to a born activist.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share.